I'm David Fleming from the Disciples Ignited YouTube channel, where we're focused on Jesus, advancing his kingdom, and preparing his disciples. Now we're studying the book of Romans, and we're in Romans chapter 2, studying about punishments, and next week we'll get into the subject of rewards. Today I want to read to you two very sobering and powerful verses that Paul gives us in Romans chapter 2, verses 8 and 9. And what I want you to pay close attention to is, what is it that people that are going to stand before God and judged as unrighteous are going to be dealt? Listen to this. But for those who are self-seeking and who reject the truth and follow evil, there will be wrath and anger. There will be trouble and distress for every human being who does evil. Well, there you have it. Paul tells us that those that are going to stand before God and be judged as unrighteous are going to suffer God's wrath and his fierce anger, his trouble and distress will be poured upon them. Well, this word trouble in the Greek means tribulation, suffering. Distress means difficult circumstances. Listen, there's no human words that we can put to adequately describe the wrath of God that will be poured upon man, that will stand before God because they have been judged to be unrighteous. And who is that? Well, Paul states a very strong word, says that all have sinned and fallen short of God's glory. No one can stand before him on their own merit and be called righteous. And so we see that for all those who are judged unrighteous, wrath, God's anger, distress, suffering, all these things await them because they were unrighteous. Well, who is unrighteous? Well, that's all of us. But that's where the beautiful message of the gospel comes in. You see, all the wrath of God is deserved by us all. God's anger is deserved by us all. Our hope is in Jesus. Jesus, the perfect man, fulfilled the law and lived a life, a pure life, a perfect life before his Father. And now he has made it possible for us to receive him by faith and take his righteousness, and it is given to us, and he takes our sin. I shared with you the verse from 2 Corinthians 5:21. It's one of my favorites. God made him who had no sin to be sin for us, so that in him we might be the righteousness of God. So who is this righteousness given to? It is not given to those that think they're good. It's given to those who have put their faith in Jesus. So what is awaiting you? Is God's wrath awaiting you? Or is God's pleasure awaiting you? It depends on where you're in, where you're abiding right now. Are you abiding in your own merit, your own works, your own goodness? Or are you abiding in Jesus? You're putting your trust, your faith, your hope, your life in Jesus and following him. We'll end this part of punishments tomorrow, so join me then.